So now we are going to discussing about non-inverting Schmitt trigger. Non-inverting Schmitt trigger. In it first put a heading non-inverting Schmitt trigger. Non-inverting Schmitt trigger. Non-inverting put a heading non-inverting Schmitt trigger. Put heading non-inverting Schmitt trigger. So for non-inverting Schmitt trigger, first you need to draw the circuit diagram. All of you draw the circuit diagram for non-inverting circuit diagram. First you need to take the Schmitt op amp. First draw the op amp. This inverting terminal you need to connect to ground. This is the non-inverting terminal. Here you need to connect a supply. So here you need to apply V input voltage. This is the R2 resistor. So in the R2 resistor, the current I, small I will be flowing. So here for your non-inverting input terminal, you need to connect feedback resistor. Feedback resistor. Assume that the feedback resistor is R1. So generally we are going to assuming that the feedback resistor is RF. But in this non-inverting Schmitt trigger, you need to assume that this feedback resistor is R1, and in this feedback resistor the current I will be flowing. Okay, here you need to take minus VEE. This is the positive VCC. Here you will get the output voltage V0. Output voltage V0. And let us assume this point is assume that A, and this point is assume that B. Let us assume. Okay, let us assume that this is the A, this is the B. So here, if you want the signs means you need to keep here positive and negative. Okay. So in this circuit, just let us assume that you need to observe that input is applied to the non-inverting input terminal of the op amp, and the inverting input terminal is connecting to ground. The inverting input terminal of the op-amp is connected to ground, or you need to keep grounded inverting input terminal of the op-amp. Let us assume that here we have a node A, right? We are assuming that this is the node A and this is the node B. Okay, so at node A, what is the voltage VA? At node A, we are not assuming that this is the virtual ground. We are not assuming that this is the virtual ground. If it is virtual ground, then only you need to assume that this value is equals to 0. Okay, but here we are not assuming that this is the virtual ground. We are assuming that this is the node A, this is the node B. Okay, so let us assume that the VA value is equals to VA value is equals to voltage V at node A is equals to what, Nana? According to KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law, VA is equals to, at node A, VA is equals to I into R. Here the I is the II and R value is the R2. This is the capital I suffix small I into R2. VA is equals to capital II into R2. That equals to, assume that is the VUT, upper threshold voltage. Let us assume that this is the upper threshold voltage. As op-amp input current, let us assume that as op-amp input current is 0, II entirely pass through R1. The II entirely pass through this I1 is equals to, let us assume that the input current is II is 0. Here the II entirely pass through this R1 resistor is I capital I small I is equals to V0 by R1. V0 by R1. That equals to, here the V0 value is positive V saturation. So why you are going to assume that the V0 value is positive V saturation means assume that here you don't have any negative terminal input, or else you need to assume that the op-amp input current is 0. The op-amp input current is 0. This is the positive V saturation divided by R1. You know it, the VUT is equals to II into R2, right? This is the equation number 1. Assume that. Substitute equation number in equation number 2. This is the equation number 2. Substitute equation number 1 in 2. Then substitute and simplify the expression. II is equals to simplify and tell me, Nana. Here we have a II value VA by R2. Substitute that value in that equation and tell me. or else you need to substitute this equation number 2 in 1, no problem at all. VUT is equals to II into R2, right? Substitute II value plus V saturation into R2 by R1. R2 by R1. Yes or no? So this is the upper threshold voltage is equals to plus V saturation into R2 by R1. Okay. Then you need to find out the lower threshold voltage VLT. VLT is equals to, this is the upper threshold voltage, and lower threshold voltage will get it like minus V saturation into R2 by R1. R2 by R1. So this is the, assume that is the equation number 3. This is equation number 4. Okay, so after getting upper threshold voltage and lower threshold voltage, you need to find out hysteresis. You need to find out hysteresis or width of the hysteresis. You need to find out hysteresis H is equals to VUT minus upper threshold voltage minus lower threshold voltage. Substitute those two equations. Equation number 4 and 3. 3 and 4 you need to substitute in this hysteresis equation. Tell me what is the value. What is the hysteresis H value? Hysteresis H is equals to width of hysteresis H is equals to, once if you substitute equation number 4 and 3 and 4 in the H or in the equation number 5, then you will get it 2 V saturation into R2 by R1. R2 by R1. Hysteresis H is equals to 2 V saturation into R2 by R1. Up to now clear? I think you don't have any doubt, right? Yes or no? Respond ma.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Let us assume that if the V input voltage VIN is less than VLT, if the input voltage is less than VLT minus V saturation into R2 by R1, what will happen? The V0 will changes from If the input voltage will be less than the V saturation minus V saturation into R2 by R1, then the V0 changes from plus V saturation to negative V saturation. Why means the input supply voltage is less than the VLT. You need to write down those two conditions and rather input and output waveforms and hysteresis curve. Now I am going to take the new this one. Okay, I'll share this if you want. Yeah, fine. Now let us assume that if the V in or Vi is less than VLT, lower threshold voltage, then the V0 value changes from plus V saturation to minus V saturation, plus V sat to minus V sat. Let us assume that if the V input voltage is greater than lower upper threshold voltage, greater than upper threshold, then V0 value changes from minus V saturation to plus V saturation, minus V sat to positive V saturation. Okay, now we need to draw the input and output waveforms. First, you need to draw the input. This is the V in. Assume that this is the VM. Then here we have a upper threshold voltage. Upper threshold voltage. This is the VM. This is the VUT, upper threshold voltage. So here we have this is the minus VM. Here you have lower threshold voltage VLT. VLT, lower threshold voltage. So this one is 0. Okay, now we need, this is the input. This is the input signal. Then you need to draw the output. So for output, this is the upper threshold point. Then you need to take this. Okay. See, assume that first case is, what is the first case? This one. If the, you need to assume that this is the first case. Okay, na? Vin is greater than VUT. Then the output value changes from minus V saturation to, is the minus V sat to positive V sat. You have to draw clearly. Okay. So this is the minus V sat. Okay, you need to take in this V naught. Here you need to take time period T. So this is the output waveform. For V naught is greater than VUT. V naught is greater than VUT. Okay, then let us assume that if the V naught value is, sorry, if the VI value is less than VLT, the output will start from plus V saturation to minus V saturation. At that time, you will get the output from this. This is the starting point at that time. This is the first case that VUT, if you want the unit right here, VUT is greater than Vin greater than VUT. For that case, this. If the Vin is less than VLT means, then you need to draw the diagram like this only. But here we are, the starting point is shifted to in the positive side. Here this V saturation starts from minus V sat to positive V sat. But if the Vin is less than VLT, that will start from positive V sat to like this. You need to draw that also. So the output will start from this point to. Yeah, is the positive V saturation minus V saturation zero. This is also V naught. Okay, here this is the T. Assume that. So this case is for V in is less than VLT. So for this case, the V naught will varies from positive V saturation to minus V saturation. So these are the input and output waveforms. This is also output only. Is it clear? I think up to now you don't have any doubt. Up to now you don't have any doubt. Clear? Yeah, for this input and output waveforms, based on this, you need to draw the hysteresis graph. Hysteresis graph you need to draw. See, assume that, so from the y-axis you need to take V naught value, and from the x-axis you need to take V in value. Okay, yeah, let us assume that this is the positive V saturation point. This is the minus V saturation. Okay, so this is VUT, upper threshold. VLT, Y means this is the negative side, right? Lower threshold, this point. This is hysteresis area plus V saturation plus 2 V sat by R 2 by R1 this. Okay, yeah. See, from this diagram what you have to observe here. This is the Q1, right? Quadrant 1. So in this, let us assume that if the V in value is greater than VUT, the V in value is greater than VUT, so the output will start from positive V saturation to negative V saturation. Yes or no? So the output will start from this. This is the V sat, positive V sat only. So from this only the output will going to start if V in is greater than VUT. Okay, so the output will be starts like this direction. Okay, now this is for a V from VUT point only, right? This is the VUT point. So in this direction V in we are taking. Okay, now so here the V in value is greater than VUT. So because that reason here we are getting positive V saturation. So the output will be starts from that, like in this direction up to positive V saturation VU2 to VLT. So once it will be reaches to VLT, will come to down. Okay, so now it is indicate that minus V saturation up to minus V saturation. This is positive V saturation to minus V saturation. This is the minus V sat. Positive V saturation to, it will moving like this up to negative V sat. If the VLT greater than this Vin or Vin is less than VLT, then the output will be starts from minus V sat to again positive V saturation. See, because of that reason, the first case is Vin is greater than VUT. Then the output will varies from positive V saturation to negative V saturation. So because of that reason, the wave will traveling like this direction. Okay, up to now this will be up to this point it will come. After that, if the V in is less than VLT, then the output starts from minus VSAT to positive VSAT. Again it will move like in this direction. Okay, so this is the hysteresis graph. Hysteresis graph. Okay, up to now clear? You need to keep your mind, this is the important point. So now we need to start multipliers and dividers. So under multipliers and dividers, we completed already analog multiplier. We already discussed that, we already completed the topic of analog multiplier. Now we are going to discussing about frequency doubling. Frequency doubling. Once the frequency doubling is over, we will discuss the divider. After that, we will discuss applications. Once this application is over, then we will start the multivibrators using APA. Okay, if the multivibrators is completed, the multivibrators are completed, then almost the second unit is completed. Okay, now multivibrators and voltage regulators. Okay, once those two topics are completed, multivibrators and voltage regulators, this second unit will over. Okay, so now we are going to start about frequency doubling. Put a heading frequency doubling. Put a heading frequency doubling. Frequency doubling under multiplier and divider. This topic comes under multiplier and divider. Frequency doubling. Okay. So in this frequency doubling, the multiplication of two sine waves of same frequency, the multiplication of two sine waves with the same frequency, but we have a possibility that different amplitudes and phases allows to double a frequency and to directly measure real powers. Multiplication of two sine waves with same frequency but different amplitudes and phases are allows in the doubling frequency and directly to measure the real powers. I'll repeat again. The multiplication of two sine waves. The multiplication of two sine waves of same frequency but possible different amplitudes and phase allows to double a frequency and to directly measure real powers. Let us know that Vx is equals to Vx sin omega t, Vy is equals to, let us assume that Vx is equals to first signal. This is the Vx is equals to Vx sin omega t, Vx sin omega t, Vy is equals to Vy into same amplitude. Sorry, amplitude are differ Vx and Vy, right? Here we are taking same frequency only, but the phase is different, right? Frequency is same means omega t only. Phase is differ. In the definition itself, we have it allows different phases and different amplitudes, Vx and Vy, but the frequencies is same sin omega t, sin omega t. Okay. Here the phase is differ. Here we have a theta phase, difference between two input signal. So for these two input signals are the inputs of a 4-quadrant multiplier will yield an output as V naught is equals to Vx sin omega t into, you need to do the multiplication, right? In the definition it seems we have sin omega t into Vy sin omega t plus theta. Divided by V reference. What is the definition? The multiplication of two sine waves of same frequency but of possible different amplitudes and phase allows to double a frequency and to directly measure real powers. Let us assume that here the two input signals are Vx sin omega t, Vy sin omega t plus theta. So applying these two input signals to inputs of a 4-quadrant multiplier. So we are going to applying these two to multiplier. The multiplier will do the multiplication. Yes or no? You know it that V naught is equals to Vx into Vy by V reference. You need to remember that equation. V naught is equals to Vx into Vy by V reference. Here the Vx and Vy are these two equations. Substitute those two and simplify that. Then that equals to, do the simplification, Vx into Vy, Vx into Vy into sin omega t, sin omega t into sin omega t cos theta, sin omega t, that is cos A plus B, sin omega t plus theta is the cos A plus B, cos theta plus sin theta cos omega t, sin theta cos omega t, or cos omega t into sin theta, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Here V reference divided by V reference. This is the V naught expression. Vx by Vy by V reference into that. Yeah, multiply with this sin omega t and then simplify that. You need to do the multiplication. Do it fast. Vx into Vy divided by V reference into sin square omega t into cos theta plus cos omega t sin theta, sin square omega t cos theta plus cos omega t sin omega t sin theta. I think all of you know that sin square theta is equals to 1 minus cos square theta. Here we have a sin square omega t, right? You need to convert that into cos. Sin square theta is equals to 1 minus cos square theta. And here we have a cos 2 theta, right? Cos 2 theta is equals to 2 cos square theta minus 1. You need to keep in mind those two formulas. Sin square theta, you need to remember. I'll give the idea to you. Okay, based on that you need to simplify in the above expression. Sin square theta in terms of cos. Sin square theta is equals to cos 1 minus cos square theta. And cos 2 theta is equals to cos 2 theta is equals to 1 minus 2 cos square theta minus 1. Then cos square theta is equals to cos square theta is equals to cos square theta is equals to 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Okay. So for this, here we have a cos square theta value, right? Cos square theta value is equals this one. Substitute that in the sin square theta. Then we will get it the value of 1 minus cos 2 theta. Divided by 2. Okay. See here. This is the sin square theta. So instead of this sin square theta, I need to substitute 1 minus cos 2 theta. Here the theta value is omega. Omega t is the theta here. Okay. Then simplify that. You need to simplify and tell me. So once you simplify that expression, we will get it this. V naught is equals to Vx into, you need to do the simplification. You need to do the simplification here. This is a sin square theta, right? So in that you have to substitute 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2 in this. Okay. Vx by Vy by V reference. Vx into Vy by V reference into cos theta. See, this is the two reference. Cos theta minus cos theta cos 2 omega t cos 2 omega t plus sin theta sin 2 omega t. Sin 2 omega t. So this is the expression what we are getting. Again you need to simplify this. You need to multiply Vx Vy by 2 V reference to cos theta and Vx Vy by 2 reference into this value. Okay, this is the final expression. Don't write directly this expression, just you need to keep your mind. First you need to substitute this in this equation, then you will get it this. Okay, now up to now clear? So in the next class we will discuss the divider, tomorrow's class. In the tomorrow's class we will discuss the divider.